Good morning, class. Welcome to another edition of Maths with Ablight.
Hello, class. Welcome to yet another interesting edition of Maths with Ablight. This is suitable for year 8, and we're looking at numbers. We're going to solve these simple questions that are before us. The first question says, write down the value of the underlined digit in the following numbers. Write down the value of the underlined digit in the following numbers. A, 0.15. 1 is underlined. They want you to tell what value, or what's the place value, so to say, of 1 in that number. When you are dealing with numbers, if it's a whole number that has got no decimal points, you name them from units to tens to 100 to 1,000, tens of thousands, and all of that. But when it is after a decimal point, what you need to do, you name them from tenth with a th, hundredth with a th, thousandth, and onward towards your right hand side, starting from after the decimal point. Having this in mind, you've been asked to name the value or place value of 1 in this figure. From what I just explained, immediately after your decimal point, any number after that place is in tenth with a th. The next one becomes hundredth. If there is a number, thousandth. Another number, tens of thousandth. So having seen this, all we need to do is to tell the person that the place value is equal to 1 tenth. It is 1 tenth of that value. The next one is 1 in 51,500. Remember what I just explained. When it has no decimal point, you start from unit, tens, hundredth, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and all of that. Now, see what you've got there. There is no decimal point. So this is your unit. You name them towards your left-hand side. This is your tens, this is 100, and this is what? 1,000. So you are going to write it like this: 1,000. With no th. If it is a number that has got no decimal point, you do not put a th. If it's got a decimal point, after decimal point, you've got to put a th, and you count them to the right. The ones that have got no decimal point, count them or name them, their place values towards the left. The third one is asking 0.501 with 1 underlined. What is the place value of 1? You start from after the decimal point. This is what? Tenth, hundredth, thousandth. So you will write 1 and then you put thousandth with a what? Th, because it is after decimal point. With that, you have scored everything you have been asked to solve here. And the next one is asking for addition of numbers. This is simple. 8 plus 6 is 14. Now, because of the age grade we are dealing with, we've got to count them so they would understand. What that means is that you've got 8 figures: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I was little, if I wanted to solve additional mathematics, addition in mathematics, what I used to do is count them like this. I'll look for 8 objects and count. Now that is 8. Then you've got another one that says 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the question says, add them up. 8 plus 6. meaning you've got to combine everything and count together. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, because you are dealing with numbers in base 10, what you need to write is to write down 4. Out of the 14, write down 4, then you take 1 or you carry 1 as you want to put it. Add that 1 to this place. 1 plus 2 is 3. That one is easy. And then 3 plus 9, you may want to count in this way again to make it easy for us. So you are dealing with 3 plus 9. So there are 3 like this, and then you have to add 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Count everything together. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What do? Write down 2, and then you carry 1 as usual. That one, add it to the next place. You have 1 plus 7, that is 8. Remember, 1 plus 7 is what? 8. So you are dealing with 8 plus 8. So you count again if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We count everything together because we are dealing with addition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You put down 6 and then you carry what? 1. Take that 1, add it to this side. 1 plus 9 is 10. So you write down 10. And this is your answer anywhere in the world. If you go to Lagos and say, oh, I need to know that answer, this is what you will get. If you leave Lagos, come back to London and see what's happening there, this is what you get. Then take some transport, travel down to Scotland, you'll get that answer. If you are living there and you are going to Canada, you will meet the same answer there. So you don't need to go around looking for that answer. That is your answer anywhere in the world. In the next one, you're asked to subtract. Subtraction means minus. Take away from. Now, 2 minus 7 is not possible unless you will get a negative answer. As you grow older, you begin to have all those knowledge of how to write down negative answers. So the best thing to do, you borrow 1 from here, but this is even less than 1. You cannot borrow from there. You go to the next place, you borrow 1. Put that 1 here. It makes 10. Borrow 1 from 10 and bring it here. And then you have what? 12. 12 minus 7. It means you write down 12 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. So minus 7 from 12 means you have to count away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Minus these ones away. What then do you have left? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You put 5 in this place. Remember, this place is left with what? 9. There was 10 here, and you have taken 1 to this place to make it 12. So 9 minus 4 is 5. If you want us to count, we can count it as well. This place is remaining what? 7. Do not forget. You remember you borrowed 1 from it. That's the tricky part of this kind of question. Sometimes you may forget that, oh, I took 1 from here, and then you go and write 8 minus 8, 0, you fail. So always remember when you take 1 from somewhere, what is left in that place. So you are left with 7 here. Then borrow 1 from 3, put it in front of 7, and you have 17. This is a big number, and we need to count. Remember, we are dealing with year 8, so they need to see everything clearly. So it is now 17 minus 8. So you write down 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We want to minus 8 from it. So take away 8. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remove all of these 8. You are left with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 17 minus 8 will give you 9. This place is remaining what? 2. You had borrowed 1 earlier. So 3 minus 1 is what is left, and that is 2. So this is your answer anywhere you decide to travel to check for the answer. Then in question 3, you are told that Gerard starts with the number 7. He subtracts the sum of 4 and 5 and then multiplies the result by 2. Listen to the English again. It says Gerard starts with the number 7. He has got 7 aside. He decides to subtract the sum of 4 and 5. It means you've got to get 4 and 5, the sum, which is addition. Then whatever you get, you subtract from 7. And then he will get an answer which he will multiply by the result of, he will multiply the result, by 2. It now says, what calculation has he done? Circle your answer. Option A, 7 minus 4 plus 2 times, plus 5 times 2. Option B, 7 minus bracket of 4 plus 5, close bracket, times 2. Option C says bracket of 7 minus bracket of 4 plus 5, close bracket, close the bigger bracket, times 2. Option D says 7 minus 4 into bracket plus 5 times 2 into bracket. Now we're going to analyze each of them. This cannot be, because it says 7 minus 4 plus 5. No. Easily you will just say 7 minus 4, 3, then plus 5. No. The question said he starts with 7, then he subtracts the sum of 4 and 5. We need to see this sum of 4 and 5 standing on their own in a separate bracket. Then he multiplies the result by 2. Because of that, then he said, and then multiplies the result by 2. It means whatever will be happening among these 3 numbers will all have to be in a bigger bracket. So this is out of the question already. This one says 7 minus bracket of 4 plus 5, which is true in the first sentence. Gerard starts with the 7 and then he subtracts the sum of 4 and 5. He has got it to this point. Then he went on to say, and then, this is where the problem is, multiplies the result. So there has to be another bracket covering these 3. Because of this, and then multiplies the result by 2. If you are multiplying it directly by 2 without a bracket covering these ones to get out the result that you will use to multiply 2, then you are out of the question already. Option C says 7 minus, let's not consider the bracket. He subtracts the sum of 4 and 5. This is the sum of 4 and 5 in their own bracket. And then they now put an outer bracket. This is where the answer is. Because it says, and then multiplies the result. There has to be an outer bracket because of that. And then he multiplies. Because you need to get out, after you've got this one out, you need to get out the solution between this and this one in a separate bracket before you multiply the result by 2. This is where the answer is. So you go there and mark option C. Option D is already out of the question. You don't want to consider that. Then the last one says, by rounding each number to the nearest whole estimate, to the nearest whole, comma, there is a comma, estimate the calculation. 2.87 divided by 1.01 plus square root of 4.09 is approximately equal to, they want you to fill these spaces. 2.87, when you round it up to a whole number, it's going to give you 3. You know why? 2.87 is closer to 3 than to 2. Because anything that is above 5, you just make it like 1, add it to the preceding number. 2.87 8 is already bigger than 5. So call it 1, add it to 2, that makes 3. So you write down 3 here. Divide by 1.01. This is not up to 5. So if you're rounding it up to 1, you cannot call it 1 and add to this place. So all you need to do is to take 1, divide by 1. Then in this square root, you have 4.09. 0 is the next one to 4. You cannot call it 1 and add to 4 to make 5. So you take only 4, square root of 4. 3 divided by 1 is 3. Add it to square root of 4. The question is, what is the square root of 4? What two numbers can be multiplied by themselves to give 4? That's how you'll be able to get the square root. That is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So square root of 4 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So when you take the square root of 4, it gives you 2. So that means that 3 divided by 1 added to 2, which is 3 plus 2, and that is equal to 5. And this brings us to this edition of Maths with Ablight for year 8 under the topic number. And in the next class, we will take more examples on how to deal with numbers like this. I hope you found this interesting. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Your friends could be having difficulties in this kind of topic. This is where they can learn. Subscription is free, it will cost you nothing. Sharing it is free, it will cost you nothing. But you could be helping a friend who is not sound mathematically to get something interesting to help him or her in her exams, in his exams, and then for their everyday life. Thank you very much for having listened to this point. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, and to share with your friends. In the next class, we will continue some more examples on how to tackle problems like this. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you in the next class. Bye-bye.